Hi, I'm Damien Wilson, and you are watching Delain UK TV.
Ready. Okay, so thank you for having us.
Pleasure.
Welcome back to the UK. So let's get into these questions then, shall we?
Yes, so, let's do it.
Question one. First of all, congratulations on the release of the delightful EP.
Thank you.
It's a wonderful combination of live recordings and re-recordings and new tracks. We know that you've been known for releasing EPs to bridge the gap between albums. And they always make you feel like you're getting more for your money. There's a lot more effort going into with all the live tracks and everything added onto it.
So yeah, that's people need to get EP always sounds so that is a meager thing, but it needs to have a lot, I think.
Yeah. So how did that come about?
Well, actually, a big factor has been questions of fans. You know, like, oh, we would love to hear this or we would love to hear that. And on an album, it's more difficult to facilitate that. Well, on an EP, there is so much space because you only have a couple new songs. And people, for example, wanted to hear the song Underland from Dark Waters without a fade out, so we put it on there. Diana did a part of classic Delain songs, and then people asked, we want to hear the whole song with Sleepwalker's Dream, for example, so we put it on there. And nowadays, thanks to all technological developments, it's very easy to record live shows. And as long as we do our homework and are able to play the songs live, then you can record them and then mix them. And that's what we did. So it's all a combination of things that made this EP came to be. Yeah.
So obviously leading into question two. These new tracks that we've listened to, is this a brief preview of something new featuring the most recent single, obviously the EP?
Oh, that's a good question. And I'm gonna give you a very stupid answer. Yes and no. Because the thing is, I really liked to, I love orchestra and I love putting orchestral elements in Delain songs. But sometimes also like to challenge myself and see, okay, what can we do if we leave that out for a change, and get out of your comfort zone. And I also really like synth elements, so like real 80s synth sounds. And that's when I thought, like, what if we make songs without the symphonic elements for a change and really focus on those synth things. And then indeed people think, oh, is this like what's to come? And I was actually thinking to do both pieces of the cake. So make songs without those symphonic elements, but make an entire album including those elements.
Oh,
so then we have both pieces of the cake. Of course, it's a lot of work, so I have to see what's possible. But that's a little bit the idea I have. Yeah.
So, because the Reaping feels like it's a refreshing yet comfortable sound. It's like something new, but it's definitely got that Delain style to it.
That's exactly what I hoped would be the result. And that people will recognize the sound and that but this is Delain.
Yeah. So how did the Reaping come about then? What was the process behind that?
I was in Finland in Kite at a writing camp, and we decided to go there to be in a completely different environment, and we started writing. And with I mean me and Gus, because we always write together, and that's where we started write this song. And the thing is, this song has a little bit this American vibe, I always say, because the guitars are groovy, and I love the straightforward way of writing to with rhythm, and that's a bit more of a German sound. So it's like a Rammstein, like straightforward, forward to the floor with the beat, and with the bass drum. But this time I thought, okay, no, let's go more with a lot of movement in the guitar playing, and that gives it immediately a bit of a different vibe. That's what we did with the Reap.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. And so, as a metal enthusiast, I particularly enjoy breakdowns in songs. Obviously, Dance with the Devil has certainly satisfied that itch for me. I'm curious to know if you're going to incorporate his clean vocals anymore, since in video.
Oh, from Ronald. Yeah, because I have to tell you, Ronald actually didn't do the growls on the song itself.
He
did it on the video. We have the luxury that both Ronald and Ludo can do growls. And in the recordings, it was actually recorded by, Diana worked on it, and her boyfriend helped her a little bit, and he came actually with the growls. And then I added Ludo to it, so Ludo did growls. And then with the video recording, Ron said, I'll do the video. So, and live, they both do it. So it's not, it's a bit funny, of course, if one person did the recording, the other person does it on the video, but in this case they do it both anyway live, and they can both do it. Yeah. Okay. And indeed, to come back to your original question, Ronald has a beautiful clean voice, so I definitely would love to have more songs with Ronald on there, and if he's willing to do that, and also some growls here and there. Delain always had that, so I hope the guys are up to that too.
Yeah. Okay. So you've already kind of answered the next one, because you said we're curious to know how the progress is going for the next album.
Oh.
So.
Yeah. It's I always keep writing, and it's although the writing kind of starts with me and with Gus, but it's also always a team effort. It always has been like that with the past, with the ex-band members who did wonderful stuff with that as well, and that's also like that with our current lineup. And actually Ronald also did that, of course, in April Rain with clean vocals and with growls. So we'll keep that up.
So obviously, what goals do you have after this tour? Like, what's your goals for after this?
Going into writing mode, like full writing mode, and in 2026 it's kind of a 20-year anniversary of Delain. Since the first album was released, Lucidity was released in 2006. So the idea is to do something really special in 2026, and that's what I'm fully focused on. Hope we can do some surprising and cool stuff.
Yeah. So another one is, how do you manage to balance touring, staying healthy, staying happy, and moving forward as a new band and an old band together?
That's a very, very good question, because in the past I wasn't always too good at that. That's like with so many things in life. The challenge is always to have good balance of things, and I love touring. I love writing, I love being on the road, but also love being at home, and there needs to be the right amount of everything, and that's sometimes quite challenging. And I think over the years, when you make some mistakes with that, like the mistakes you make are the best tools to teach yourself, and also own your mistakes with that. And I think now the balance is much better. So I love touring, and just find the right amount to do that. Not too much, not too little. Yeah.
Oh, good. So where do you get ideas for inspiration for new songs? Do you take it from what you're currently listening to, and obviously from the 80s, like you've mentioned?
It's a combination of things. It can be a movie, like a soundtrack of a movie. It can be a band I'm listening to that give me some, they do this like that. I never thought of it that way. I want to try something like that too, like a way of working. Or it can also be simple peace and tranquility, like as I said, going to Finland and just there's no distractions and you're just having a great time. You're spending time with friends or with family, and that makes you just want to play. For me, it always starts just playing around, just playing, see what comes out, and then something grows, and then you take it from there.
And so another question I wonder about is, with all the things you've got going on outside of the band, living in different places, how often do you get together to practice, to do the songs together?
Never.
Never.
We never actually practice, and at the beginning of tours we always regret that. Because the first show, like we did, for example, our first show this time was Glasgow, and I'm really grateful how it went and also how the crowd responded. But we told the crowd, like, hey, first time we're playing it, if we have some screw-ups, please forgive us. Because the thing is, in our case, it's very difficult to rehearse because we have people living in Italy, we have people in the Netherlands, and we're all not living together in the same country. So it's very difficult to rehearse together. But we are also blessed with musicians that know their craft really well, and we dare to play without rehearsing. So I'll have to say, I also really do not like rehearsing. I'm not a big fan of rehearsing. Some people are. And, people say, but it's needed to rehearse. But yeah, so far I think we're doing a pretty good job with scope. Yeah,
pretty well. So I've got one more question for this. It's, do you have any more ideas for re-recording other songs from previous albums with Diana?
Ooh.
And it's basically, are you doing anything for the anniversary tribute?
Oh, that's a good one. Actually, I didn't think about that. And I also completely acknowledge the fact that some songs might be also a bit, for people, sacred. You have to be careful what to re-record, and I also completely respect Delain's history and also, the song with Charlotte and what she has brought to Delain and to songs. So, for example, I don't think I would pretty quickly re-record We Are the Others. Don't think I will do that. But there are also songs where I think that's okay to re-record. Because, for example, I wrote most of that song, or so it depends a little bit. But it's something I consciously think about. But I definitely will do that more with more songs in the future.
Okay. And currently you've also put on your Spotify, your recommended songs and what you listen to. Is that currently what you're into, or have you got anything a little extra?
Actually, I should update that because I think that playlist is already 2 or 3 years old or something, so it needs an update. Because there's so much good music coming out. I do have to admit, I listen to music way less than I want to or should. Because for me it's also work in a way. So when I relax, then I don't really listen to music often, and I'd rather listen to a podcast. But to give you an example, I told you before the interview I was on this road trip, and we, for example, made a playlist. Everybody had 3 songs they delivered to the playlist of songs they really dislike, like stuff they really do not like, and that is really fun. So we did that, and also the opposite, we got songs, all-time favorites of what we do like. But it can be fun. Yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All good.
My fingers are frozen, but try not to fuck up too much.
Thank you all for coming. We love you guys. We're gonna play a song for you. It's called Start Swimming.
I know, but start breathing, exactly. Here we go, guys.